Hey friends, so today I am gonna take you guys on a walk through our garden bed here by our pool, and I'll show you maybe a couple of the containers that I have done and how those are growing, but those are all of my other 30 some plus containers will be in another video, but this one is just gonna be how things are growing in the garden here. So as you guys can see by just me standing next to it, the Russian sage has gotten pretty big. She's kind of coming over into the pathway just a touch. I feel like I need to move them. There are lots of bees here. We have lots of kids running around, but they really don't seem to be bothering anybody. They just kind of stay confined to this space here with the Russian sage and leave everybody else alone, hopefully, you know, as I sit here telling you that I'm gonna get stung, right? But I have these, and there was a bunch of like holes here. You're gonna notice that you'll see they need some new plants in them. We had coreopsis in them, and last year maybe one came back, and then this year none of them came back. We also had some cone flowers in there and some echinacea, and they didn't come back either. I'm not sure what happened with those, but maybe, I mean, we didn't choose Proven Winners plants for those, and maybe that's why, right? But as you can see, the line here of limelights is really, they're just about to start blooming. They're going to be glowing here. The whole point of doing so many limelights on this side is there's a fence behind it. That's where the pool is. Neighbors are over here. We love her, but we want to just kind of create that privacy hedge here and just have really beautiful flowers to do so. And I'm going to show you kind of how those look right now. They're a little, they have their blooms on them. Just an FYI, if you're in zone 6, maybe even further north than us, we're central Illinois, your panicle hydrangeas are not going to be blooming just yet. They are starting to put off some blooms, but they're not big and massive just yet. They are a midsummer bloomer. Usually mine go until frost, so they'll go almost through October. Like, they will last me for a very, very long time. So if you have panicle hydrangeas, just know that they will bloom. It's coming. They have not bloomed for you, but they're going to. So hold on tight because they're coming. You can see here how there's those empty spaces there for that coreopsis, where that was, and the cone flowers there. It's just super bare, but still trying to figure out what we want to do there. So we got Gus joining us today. He likes the smell of these too. I don't like the smell of them, but I love the way that they look. These are called allium, and they are a smaller version. There's different types. There's some bigger ones, and these are the Millennium Allium. They're beautiful. They give us this purple bloom all summer, and they'll probably die back, I would say, late September, early October, but they are just gorgeous, and they just hold their shape. The wind doesn't affect them. They stay smaller, so if you need something more compact in your landscape, something that stays smaller, gives a good bloom, is taken, full apart sun, these are a really great option. They smell like onions. They're an ornamental onion, but they are beautiful, and I highly, highly recommend them in your landscape if you like purple and if you want blooms for full sun. You'll also notice through the garden today, besides Gus hanging out, I don't know what he's going to do there, but lots of silver artemisia that we had just planted this year. Walter's Garden sent us some silver lining artemisia by Proven Winners, and they get 3 foot by 3 foot. I wanted that second, Sky Hamilton had this in her garden, and I fell in love with it last year, so I'm like, I'm stealing that idea, I'm doing it. So these are planted. They're real tiny right now. That's why they are not on their leap year. They're just like just planted. They're going to sleep this year. They'll creep next year, and then the next year we'll really see some growth there. But we have them, I'll show you, they're lined all the way throughout. And they look little now, but they're going to be so pretty. They're just going to give that vibrant silver pop against the darker mulch. Okay, so I'm about to show you my container in the back here. It's an Aquapot Light, and I absolutely love it. I love the combo in it, and it's doing really well. I had some bubblegum Supertunias left at the store. I was waiting for a customer to come pick them up, and so they were left there. So I went ahead and threw them in the ground around them. I need to trim them up. They're super leggy. I haven't cut them back yet. They need to be cut back, so don't judge me. They don't look very good, but they will. So again, I need to cut them back, fertilize them, and in a couple weeks they'll be beautiful. So I'll be really excited to give you guys an update. You know, once everything, all the panicle hydrangeas are blooming and the bubblegums are coming back to life, it'll be a good day. So like I said, they're looking really sad. Don't judge me. I need to cut them back and they'll be good as new. But we have some rock and blue suede, some salvia in here, the compact white sun patience, white wonder caladiums here. This is the Emerald Isle alocasia. So if you need an elephantier that can take the sun and the wind, it gets really windy back here, and there are 0 rips in my leaves. I have issues with bird of paradise. You'll see that they kind of rip, they shred any kind of banana leaf, banana plants rip and shred if you have them in some windy spaces. But this has been a monster. I trialed it last year. Behind it in the ground was amazing. They can do sun and shade. So if you still have a shade spot, that's fine. You could put it there. But this one is in full sun all day. No leaves are burnt at all. It's just done so well. And what I think also contributes to that is it's in an Aquapot Light, so I have an insert in here that holds 3 gallons of water. I fill it every 3 days, I think. And then it's just easy. Everything in here likes to stay watered and hydrated, minus the caladiums, and I planted those a little bit higher because they don't like wet feet. Everything else in here doesn't mind it, so I tried to plant those a little bit higher. But it is getting taken over by this Stormburst verbena, the lovey-dovey Supertunias in there. I think that's all I had. I think there is some trailing Mizzou here. You can't really see it. It's being overtaken by the Stormburst Superbena. If you have not done the Stormburst, it's so pretty, and I love it with the white sun patience. These are all actually pieces that I just had left at the store. This was a late container that I planted, and I was just like, I'm just gonna put a few things in there that's kind of left. I didn't want to take from too much from the good stock that was left late season. So this is what we came up with, and I'm really thinking that I love the white sun patience and the blue Stormburst in this Emerald Isle alocasia for next year's 30-second planter idea. So I love that idea. It's probably something I'm going to roll with. It's been a super easy to take care of, which is what I kind of try to steer to for 30-second planters. I want it to be easy for the customer, not like basically a no fuss container combo, really. So I think this would be a really good one for that. So if you're local, stay on hunt. Maybe this will be in the mix next year. So that is my Aquapot Light container. And then maybe I might go show you a little trio around the pool space, or maybe my mandavillas. I haven't decided. So let's go check out one of them. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys, talk a little bit about the Thuya green giants that are here. So these get approximately, I mean huge, 20 by 20. They get massive, or 20 by 8. I can't remember the exact dimensions, but they get big. Again, trying to create that privacy wall. That's why we have the limelight hydrangeas here too. These limelight hydrangeas, if you go back and watch a video from last year, they were little. I mean, they were probably only this big. And whenever you hit that leap year for them to grow, they really did. They took off so well this year. I pruned them pretty hard. So when I prune my hydrangeas in the spring, I do it early spring. I cut anything that's smaller than a pencil, it is gone. It doesn't matter if it's a main branch or not. I cut it off that way. It keeps it from flopping. So that's what I like to do. I know there's other ways out there to do it, but that's what I like to do. But anyways, you have all these beautiful, nice Thuya green giants. I'm going to show you guys this one here. And then you have this one. He's just really looking sad. If you can see him compared to the rest of them, that's why we put it in the back. It's always been kind of like sickly looking, if you will. It looks fine, it's green and it's healthy. It's just little and not super as good as the rest of them. Here you can get a better look at him compared to that. But yeah, he's just a little sad. But anyways, let's go check out those containers. Okay, I'll show you one that I actually have had in videos a few times. I'm going to tell you what's in this one. This is the same Emerald Isle Alocasia. So this actually started as a container, like our small pre-made containers. It was in just a 10-inch pot, and I loved it. And everything was way smaller in this container. If I can find a before picture, I'll kind of put it next to this so you can see how much this has grown. But it was in a container this big by this big, super small. I planted it in there and I wanted some height because it's around the pool. I wanted it to be tropical, so I picked an Alocasia, the Emerald Isle. And what's in this is, besides that, is the Surefire Rose begonias. This is the Strawberry Drop, I believe, Coleus, in which this Coleus is not one that gets tall. It's more of a spreader. And this is called a lace Ipomoea. It does kind of look like the new chartreuse coleus, the new mini chartreuse coleus, but it is not. It is actually a sweet potato vine. It's called lace. There's another word to it, something lace, by Proven Winners. And that is basically all that's in that container. Like I said, again, it started out so small, but it has grown so big and it has been so easy to take care of. We have it in a Michael Carr, one of the original aquapots, so it holds a good amount of water in it. Those original aquapots are my favorite. I do like the light series, but the original heavy duty ceramic ones are my absolute favorite ones. They hold the water the best. I can tell when it's full the best, and I have a set of them over there, but I'm going to save the combos, the rest of them around the pool, to show you guys on another video. So I hope you enjoyed our garden tour today. I'm excited to show you guys what the garden path looks like in a couple weeks when those are all blooming. It's gonna be glowing with beautiful limelight blooms in there. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.